By the time you finish listening to this sentence, another artificial intelligence model has likely rendered another human skill obsolete. Welcome to 2026. We are living in an era of hyper-acceleration, where generative agents, predictive algorithms, and autonomous neural workflows are moving faster than our ancient human brains were ever designed to process. Every morning, you open your phone and are hit by a tidal wave of techno-anxiety, a constant, underlying panic that the world is moving too fast, that your professional value is rapidly disappearing, and that you are being left behind in a simulated, fearful future. But what if the secret to surviving this digital chaos was discovered 2,000 years ago by a Roman emperor? Marcus Aurelius, ruling over a crumbling empire, held a profound paradox that is more vital today than ever before. The faster the world moves, the more urgent it is to remain mentally stationary. Today, we are going to apply classical Stoic logic to the Silicon Valley era, dismantling your fear of future obsolescence and reclaiming absolute sovereignty over your attention. This is your ultimate guide to building a Stoic mind of steel in the age of artificial intelligence. Let us first address the illusion of predictive obsolescence. Today's advanced algorithms claim to predict the market, forecast your industry's collapse, and even guess your next move before you make it. This constant stream of predictive data tricks our minds into living in a simulated, fearful future that does not exist. We burn out because we are trying to solve problems that are 6 months or 6 years away. The Stoic discipline of logic teaches us to strip away these algorithmic monsters by looking only at the immediate present. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you must, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." When you see a terrifying forecast about AI taking over your profession, ask yourself, is this happening to me in this exact 60 seconds? If the answer is no, then worrying about it is a literal waste of your only finite resource, your current focus. Transition from the chaotic external data noise to the only thing that remains constant, your faculty of judgment. The algorithm can predict the future, but only you can master this present moment. By refusing to react to the predictive noise, you reclaim your mental power. We are living in what modern philosophers call a liquid reality, a world where career paths, industries, and social structures dissolve overnight. In this state of constant flux, trying to anchor your security to an external job title or a specific skill set is like building a castle on wet sand. The ancient Stoics defined the concept of the point of time, the present moment, as the only space where your agency actually exists. To survive 2026, you must practice the mental exercise of shrinking your horizon. Stop looking at the next decade. Stop stressing about the next year. Shrink your horizon from the next 10 years down to the next 60 seconds. Ask yourself, what is my immediate task, and how can I execute it with absolute excellence right now? When you anchor your mind to the immediate task, the surrounding technological chaos loses its power to paralyze you. You stop reacting to the speed of the machine and start acting with the deliberate, unshakable purpose of a Roman Stoic. This is how you remain calm in a liquid world. The deepest anxiety of our era is the fear of being replaced. We watch AI write beautiful code, draft complex legal documents, and generate cinematic art. And we ask ourselves, what is my value if the machine can do it better, faster, and cheaper? But this anxiety comes from a classic failure of perspective. We have been taught to measure our human worth by our productive output, a metric that the industrial and digital ages forced upon us. Marcus Aurelius viewed change as the fundamental nature of the universe. He wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is the nature of the universe. Your value as a human being is not in your output. The machine can master the output, but it can never master your character, your ethical intent, and your conscious presence. When you shift your focus from competing with machine speed to mastering human depth, everything changes. You stop trying to be a faster processor and start focusing on being an ethical, wise, and unshakable anchor for those around you. The machine has speed, but you have virtue, and virtue is irreplaceable. This is the ultimate barrier of defense against obsolescence. To protect your mind in 2026, you must implement what we call the Stoic filter. Every single day, algorithms are designed to hijack your attention, lure you with outrage, and distract you with non-essential notifications. They want to keep you in a state of perpetual distraction, because a distracted mind is a highly profitable mind for big platforms. But a Stoic executive treats attention as their most sacred capital. You must establish a daily protocol for acting with absolute purpose, despite the surrounding technological noise. Turn off the non-essential notifications. Limit your intake of predictive media. When you sit down to work, build an inner citadel that no algorithmic distraction can enter. Treat your attention not as a commodity to be sold, but as the sovereign territory of your own mind. When you control your attention, you control your destiny. Let us look at the ultimate Aurelian paradox of our digital age. The faster the technological landscape accelerates, the more valuable a stationary, calm mind becomes. In a world where everyone is panicking, reacting, and chasing the latest algorithmic trend, the leader who can sit in dead silence and make cold, logical decisions is a god among men. You do not achieve victory in 2026 by moving at the speed of the machine. You achieve victory by standing perfectly still while the machine spins around you. Reclaim your attention sovereignty. Speak with the authority of someone who knows who they are, completely unaffected by the cheap dopamine of the digital coliseum. Now, let us examine the trap of agentic fatigue. In 2026, you do not just manage human employees. You manage dozens of autonomous AI agents. They send you endless updates, predict issues before they happen, and flood your dashboard with continuous, predictive alerts. This constant stream of alerts creates a new form of cognitive exhaustion, agentic fatigue. You feel like you must monitor everything at all times, or your system will fail. But the Stoic leader applies the discipline of voluntary disconnection. You establish strict boundaries. You tell yourself, I am not a machine. My role is not to compute, but to lead. My role is to maintain my virtue, my clarity, and my strategic focus. You willingly shut down the dashboard for hours at a time, stepping into the physical world, because you know that a leader without clarity is a liability to the entire organization. Furthermore, we must contrast artificial general intelligence with ancient human virtue. AGI can process 1 billion parameters in a second. It can write essays, analyze financial trends, and simulate military strategies. But it cannot feel courage. It cannot practice temperance. It cannot demonstrate justice or practice wisdom. AGI is a tool of pure calculation. It has no soul. Therefore, do not seek to compete with AGI on its own terms. Do not try to become a data processor. Instead, double down on the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoic philosophy: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. When you act with courage in a crisis, you are doing something no machine can ever simulate. When you treat your employees with absolute justice and fairness, despite economic pressure, you are demonstrating a human depth that no algorithm can compute. This is your true competitive advantage. To thrive in this era, you must also audit your neural distractions. We are connected to the cloud, constantly receiving signals, reminders, and updates. Our attention span is fragmented into 1,000 tiny shards. To combat this, the Stoic executive practices daily mental sensory deprivation. Set aside 30 minutes every single day to sit in a quiet room with no devices, no screens, and no artificial noise. Let your thoughts settle. Let your mind clear. Just as Marcus Aurelius retreated to his journal in his military tent while a plague raged outside, you must retreat to your quiet mind. Rebuild your attention span from scratch. Reclaim the ability to focus on a single, complex problem for hours without looking at a screen. This is the ultimate corporate superpower. Tonight, as you log off your devices and step away from the digital stream, remember that the future does not exist yet. The algorithms can only predict, but they cannot live your life for you. Reclaim your peace. Let the digital world spin without your permission. You have done your duty. You have guarded your attention, and now you must rest your mind. If you are ready to build an unbreakable Stoic mind in this age of rapid change, subscribe to the Inner Citadel. Leave a comment below with the words "Tech Stoic" to show you are ready to reclaim your attention sovereignty and stand unshakable in the digital storm. Stand tall, stay calm, and let the storm pass.